Hi, my name is Bonnie Becker. I'm faculty in the School of IAS, and I'm also Associate Vice Chancellor for Student Success. The purpose of this very short video is to talk about how faculty can help connect students to support on campus. As you probably know, faculty are some of the best positioned people to help support students. You're consistently spending time with them, and you're often the first to hear when there is a problem or a challenge. At the same time, we often hear from students that they don't know what support is available and where to find it on campus. We also hear that many students are uncomfortable asking for help. One of the things we're trying to do across campus is foster a culture of help seeking, that sort of flipping the script that students who seek support are often some of the most successful students who are able to advocate for themselves as opposed to seeking help being, a sign of some deficiency. I have 3 slides here with a fairly long list of support offices. I'm not going to go through them one by one, but just to tell you that this list is here, I'm going to provide it with this video. And if there are any of these resources that you're unfamiliar with, I'm sure there are at least some, or if you need these in the future as sort of a reminder, they're here for you. I'd like to specifically talk about students who need acute help, so students who are in some sort of crisis or distress. We have 2 early alert systems, Academic Alert and the Care Team. One is Academic Alert is more for in-class issues, and Care Team tends to be more out-of-class issues. Don't worry too much about which one is which. They can overlap quite a bit. Just know that the earlier you report, the earlier we're able to help, and that these are never a punitive reporting. It's really allowing the great professionals on campus, the professional staff that we have, to be able to reach out to students and connect them to the kinds of resources that they need. Likewise, the Office of Student Advocacy and Support is a wonderful resource. So Roseanne Martinez runs that office. They are caseworkers who, I think we should all have this philosophy, but they have this philosophy of there's no wrong door. So having students either self-refer or you can refer students to that office, and they can help with a whole range of issues, from homelessness to some other types of support that students need. Know that we have a bias incident reporting system on campus. That is something you should probably have bookmarked for when cases of bias either come across your desk, or if there's some students you need to have help with that system. And then Safe Campus is another thing to know about. It's a tri-campus system that you can call 24 hours a day that can help you with a huge range of different, mostly crises type things. If you have a student who has a sexual violence or sexual assault, if you have a student in crisis after hours, you can call Safe Campus. But it's certainly a resource you should be familiar with. I have had really wonderful interactions with them in situations that were maybe not so wonderful. Finally, that's a lot right there. Student Affairs has something called the Purple Sheet that you can print out and have available, because often these types of issues come at unexpected times. So there's a resource that you can have available, have it bookmarked or printed out. I also just want to talk briefly about support that is associated with COVID. All of the offices I've talked about today or shown you today are open. Most of them are remote, but they're all serving students right now. There's also quite a bit of support to connect students with technology through IT. And our emergency aid system is really an amazing thing. It's a short-term emergency grant system where students are able to deal with some immediate needs. And a lot of our students are currently facing some immediate needs related to coronavirus. It doesn't have to be related to coronavirus, but certainly knowing about it right now is a good thing. There are also some new grading options that are unique to these extraordinary quarters, and then a new withdrawal system that's just a new system going forward. Those are really good things to help connect students about, and really one of the best ways to do that, and actually quite often, is referring your students to their academic advisors who can really help them navigate their choices. These things do change, and sometimes the advisor is the best source of the most recent information. So go ahead and you can bookmark this link just to keep yourself up on what's going on during these quarters. So I'm going to end there and leave you with this resource tracker that the student advocate has been putting together that has a very long list of both on-campus and off-campus resources for your reference. Thank you so much for everything that you do for students. I'm here if you have any questions, and have a great quarter.